Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and greet the graduating class of 2019.
KP!
fell. remain standing and join the senior class in the singing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. We are honored to have with us today a Bartlett graduate, class of 1940, who is a World War II veteran. I now ask a member of the class of 2019, Maria Limpicki, to join her grandfather, Bartlett High School graduate Nelson Craver, as he leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and we present him with this commemorative red, white, and blue cord symbolic of our students who are entering the military following graduation.
Yee!
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Good evening, honored guests. Dr. Gogan, Academic Assistant Principal Rebecca Zernicki, Dean of Students Gina Nieves, members of the Webster School Committee, district leadership, faculty, staff, parents, family, friends, and graduating members of the class of 2019, and anyone else I may have forgotten. Welcome and thank you for joining us this evening for the class of 2019 commencement exercises. My name is Peter Cushing, principal of Bartlett High School, and I am very proud and honored to preside over these commencement exercises that celebrate not only the accomplishments of the class of 2019, but also the hard work of so many people who have served as shepherds for them through their 12 years of education thus far. At this time, please welcome Superintendent Dr. Gogan to the podium.
What a beautiful night for graduation. It is my honor to welcome distinguished guests, parents, family members, and colleagues to the commencement ceremony of the Bartlett High School graduating class of 2019. Graduating from high school is one of the many great milestones you will accomplish in your life, and it is code for letting the rest of the world know that you are ready to take the driver's seat in your own life's journey. But before you all race off to those various directions in your life, whether that's college, travel, work, or the military, or some combination of these, we are all here tonight to celebrate and honor your incredible achievements over the past 13 years, I include preschool, of schooling. It is no easy feat to make the mark in today's high accountability in public education. You have taken hundreds of tests, produced countless reports, created more projects than you will ever be able to remember, all the while engaging in high levels of critical thinking and problem solving along the way. What you have been expected to do and know far exceeds what we, your teachers, your parents, your administrators, were expected to do in high school. In fact, you're all much smarter than we are. When we graduated high school, you are all much smarter than we were when we graduated high school. Our world has dramatically changed because of technology. Technology has opened doors that we never thought could exist. Never in our wildest dreams, upon our own high school graduations, would we have imagined the possibility of going to college while staying at home through online courses. While each of you have the use of a computer in the palms of your hands, with your cell phones, many of the adults that have taught you and raised you, had to do research the old-fashioned way by going to the library and searching through countless books. Try to imagine this: typing multiple 12 to 15 page papers on a manual typewriter and having to start again every time you made a mistake. I tell you this not to show my age, but to exemplify that in just another 30 or 40 short years, our society will be advanced in ways that are beyond our wildest imaginations. Change is inevitable and a part of life. I task each of you to be the drivers of your own life's destiny and the creators of societal changes that will positively impact our world and those around you. As Bartlett High School graduates, you are our future leaders. You all have what it takes. As you face the next chapter of your lives, remember to be kind to everyone. Listen with intent to hear what others are saying and be willing to learn from different perspectives. Use your imagination to solve problems. Be courageous and stand up for what you believe in, regardless of the consequences. And always, always follow through on your words with actions. As Bartlett graduates, you are tasked with carrying on these characteristics that exemplify Bartlett pride: hard work and integrity. Tonight, you are officially entering the extended and large family of Bartlett alum. Entering this group is a privilege for which you have worked hard to achieve. The Bartlett alumni family of graduates is very extensive. Bartlett pride runs deep. And tonight, I'd like to recognize all our Bartlett High School graduates amongst us tonight. Many of them are parents, many are staff. There is one Bartlett High School alumnus that stands out tonight, and he happens to be here in our audience, and I'd like to recognize him again. He's a graduate from Bartlett High School. He graduated in 1940. He is 95 years old and a World War II veteran and our most loyal football fan. Mr. Craver, can you raise your hand for a moment? Mr. Craver is here tonight to celebrate the 4th generation of his family graduating from Bartlett High School. That's quite an accomplishment. Mr. Craver's parents attended Bartlett along with his nephew and now his granddaughter, Maria. Congratulations to Mr. Craver and the Craver family, and a very big thank you to all our Bartlett alum for opening your arms to the class of 2019 as they enter this extended, proud family. Graduates, as you cross tonight's finish line, you will be taking 2 life-lasting gifts with you that will last forever: Bartlett and Webster pride, and the memories and friendships that you have created. You truly may not realize this now, but there are 2 important gifts that you will come to value that come from those two things. One is, there's nothing that replaces the feeling of belonging to a larger community. And there's nothing that replaces friends that you trust and who always have your back. Go confidently and boldly into your future lives. Remember, the most challenging times in your life provide you great opportunities to grow as individuals as long as you don't give up. It is my honor to congratulate the graduating class of 2019.
Thank you for those words, Dr. Gogan. At this time, I call School Committee Chairman David Hurton to the podium to deliver greetings from the school committee.
Thank you, Dr. Cushing. Good evening. On behalf of the entire school committee, I want to welcome you to the 2019 Bartlett High School graduation ceremony. To the class of 2019, congratulations. We are all very proud of the way you have dealt with challenges and achieved the goal of graduating from high school. Your future will be based on the choices you make, the goals you set, and how you deal with opportunity. You may be too young to answer this question, so I will also ask your families and friends. Who remembers Mo Lewis? On September 23, 2001, New York Jets linebacker Mo Lewis hit Patriots quarterback Drew Bledsoe. Bledsoe was seriously injured and unable to return after the next series. Coach Belichick looked to his backup quarterback to take over the offense. Entering the game was a 6'4", 210-pound lanky kid from Northern California who had a decent college career at Michigan and was the 199th player selected in the 2000 draft. Tom Brady was given the opportunity that would define his amazing career and transform a professional sports organization. We will never know if Brady would have become the greatest quarterback in NFL history if it were not for the Mo Lewis hit. But I do know that once given the opportunity, Tom has worked harder, been more prepared, and has persevered more than any other player in the league. One of the things I admire most about Brady's success is that over the years, almost every one of his teammates have played better when on his team. His unselfish leadership and work ethic have created an environment where everyone improves their performance. The most successful leaders have spent their careers making sure that those around them succeed. Former chairman of the Joint Chiefs and Secretary of State and one of my heroes, General Colin Powell, once said, "There are no secrets to success. Success is the result of dedication, hard work, learning from failure, loyalty to those for whom you work, persistence, and always helping others succeed." My question and challenge for you tonight, class of 2019, is when given the opportunity to enter the game, are you going to help others while you strive for success? Each one of us defines success differently. Some people define success as the amount of money they make. Others, it's the recognition they receive. For some, success is the depth and strength of the relationships they have with family and friends. One is not any more important than the other. What is important is that you define and measure success based on your goals, skills, and heart. No matter how you define success, always do your best. Take chances. Fail big. Here's a newsflash. You will fail a lot, because we all do. So if you're going to fail, fail big. Forgive others and yourself as often as necessary. Never forget that dreams without a goal are just dreams. Always treat others the way you would like to be treated. I know you can achieve anything you desire if you work hard, care about those around you, and never, ever give up. Once again, congratulations. We are all very proud of you, the class of 2019. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hurton, for those words. I would like to acknowledge the members of our graduating class who will be leaving us to serve in the United States Armed Forces. They are all wearing red, white, and blue commemorative cords. When I call your name, please stand and be recognized. Jacob Allen de Carteret, United States Army. Dylan Michael Patterford, United States Marine Corps. Troy Antoine Johnson, United States Marine Corps. Barry Alexander Kane, United States Marine Corps. Dylan Thomas Gregonis, United States Marine Corps. I now ask that those members of the congregation who have served or are serving in the United States military please stand to be recognized with our students. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your service to our country and the service that you will deliver to our country from our students. Perfect attendance is not something to be taken lightly. Out of 102 graduates this evening, we have 3 receiving recognition for perfect attendance. Recognized for perfect attendance for all 4 years, Brian James. Recognized for perfect attendance for all 4 years, Julie Dwyer. Recognized for perfect attendance from sophomore year to senior year, and our records show missing 1 day freshman year, Patrick Pivovacek. At this time, would members of the class of 2019, Webster chapter of the National Honor Society, please stand and be recognized. These students are wearing blue and gold honor cords. Thank you for your dedication to the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society. Six years ago, through the generosity and collaborative efforts of Gerald and Marilyn Fells and Nichols College, the Nichols Honors Academy was developed and implemented at Bartlett High School, serving as a model for other schools. The implementation of this program, combined with the expansion of our advanced placement program and offerings, provided incoming 9th grade students with a vigorous and challenging 4-year curriculum, along with a variety of cultural experiences at both Bartlett High School and Nichols College. At this time, I ask the 21 members of the class of 2019 wearing black, green, and white cords representing the 2nd graduating cohort of the Nichols Honors Academy, please stand and be recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, tradition dictates that the class president addresses the congregation. This evening, we have a young lady who has been a member of the National Honor Society, the Nichols Honors Academy, recipient of the Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizen Award, part of the music program since 4th grade for all types of bands that we offer, has recently been awarded by Mr. Turaga and Mr. Carney, who also share the name Peter. They're pretty awesome, I think, just for that. But recently awarded the John Philip Sousa Award. Please give a warm welcome to class president and representative to the school committee for the student body, Mariah Belletti. Mariah will be attending the University of Massachusetts Amherst this fall.
Good evening. Welcome students, parents, family, friends, faculty, teachers, and of course the graduates. Today we are all here together to celebrate the graduating class of 2019. As a class, we would like to thank everybody who has helped us complete not only these 4 years at Bartlett, but all of our educational career up until today. To teachers and administrators, thank you for preparing us with knowledge that will guide us through the rest of our lives. You have taught us so much in your classes, along with skills that we'll use for the rest of our lives. To friends, thank you for being there for each other and creating memories with one another to make this experience memorable. And last but not least, to our family and our parents, who through hours of dedication, work, and a lot of patience, have made us who we are today. Our achievements up until today have been made possible by all of you guys. Your support, encouragement, influence, and dedication to each and every graduate in this class has pushed us to persevere and make this very moment the moment we have all been waiting for since the first day we walked into Bartlett here. But it's funny because now that we are here, and actually graduating, it seems more intimidating than we had imagined. We now realize that our high school experience is over and it's time to begin our new and individual futures. We now realize that there is a whole world out there full of opportunities to be taken advantage of, things to be experienced and explored, and goals to be achieved. We now realize that this will be the last time we will be together as one. I hope that we will all be thankful for the moments and laughs that we have shared, and hope that we all amount to great success. Although graduation has finally approached us, we must all remember that every end is a new beginning, and the best is yet to come. Before I end my speech, I would like to say this to my fellow graduates, and it's a quote from Brian Tracy. Make your life a masterpiece. Imagine no limitations on what you can be, have, or do. We made it, guys. Congratulations. May the future bring nothing but success and happiness to us all. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the second-ranked student, class salutatorian. Kyle is an avid swimmer who will be attending the University of Rochester next fall, where he will be swimming for the varsity swim team. Kyle has been a member of our music program and has been a stalwart academic throughout his time at Bartlett. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome class salutatorian, Kyle Sullivan.
Before I start, if there's anyone in the back who cannot hear me, please do not raise your hands because I'm also nearsighted. I'm going to ask something that is pretty unconventional for our graduation ceremony. Okay, can everyone in the audience stand up for me? Now just take one step to the left, one step to the right, one hop this time. Right foot, let's stomp. Left foot, let's stomp. Everybody clap their hands. Oh wow, a standing ovation already. I'm flattered, but I've barely begun my speech. You all can sit down now. You may be asking yourself why I just made everyone get up and do the cha-cha slide for me, but when I was asking people for advice on how to write my speech, everyone told me that I need to move the audience with my words. Now thinking about it, I probably shouldn't have taken them literally. First off, I would like to thank everyone who got me to this point. I would like to thank my mom and dad for always putting up with me, especially when I was being sassy towards them, because I was just trying to get my work done. I would also like to thank my sister Lacey for loving me unconditionally, even when I was being irritating. As for my friends, I would like to thank Summer Lamprey and Julia Potterwarney, who have been with me since middle school and have stuck with me through the thick and thin of it all. I would also like to give a shout out to my day one, Abby Poplowski, since we have been best friends and partners in crime since literally preschool. As for my esteemed teachers and Mr. Taraga, I am so glad that I have gotten a chance to learn from every single one of you. You have all taught me such valuable life lessons, such as that the derivative of the integral is just a function, or that doing AP biology work until 1 a.m. the night before it's due is the only possible way to do your work. Individually, I'd like to thank the Science, English, and Foreign Language departments for granting me with their departmental awards this year. I would especially like to thank Mrs. Colson and Mr. Constantine, who saw past my quiet, reserved personality and brought forth a more confident persona I didn't think I had. Also, I can't forget Mr. Hanson, who let me torment him every single class. I am excited to announce that I will be attending the University of Rochester in the fall and that I plan to major in biochemistry. I will also be swimming for the varsity swim team. Most of you have already knew that I have swam, some may not, or some may only know me by my nickname Fish Boy. Nevertheless, I thought I should share some of the valuable lessons that swimming has taught me. One of the hardest swimming events is the mile, a whole 66 laps of just pure pain. What makes it even worse is when your coach says that every 20 laps I should be getting faster than the previous 20 laps. Yet I persist. I don't think anything in life has prepared me more for college than swimming. There comes a many, and I mean a many of time, where practice seems to be anything but easy. But I continue pushing forward and striving for my personal best. I push myself past my own limitations inside and outside of the classroom. I never gave up, even when the only feelings I had were stress and hunger. And yes, there was a lot of stress eating nights. One of University of Rochester's main slogan is Meliora, a Latin phrase which means ever better. I believe that each person that is standing behind me right now has embodied this quote throughout their high school career. I've seen so many of my peers this year not settle for the world the way it is. They are always embracing challenge and rigor, and not only think about what can be done to make something better, but lead with their mind and their heart to push and improve the well-being of our community, and for that I am ever grateful. Lemony Snicket once said, "At times the world may seem an unfriendly and sinister place, but believe that there is much more good in it than bad. All you have to do is look hard enough, and what might seem to be a series of unfortunate events may in fact be the first steps of a journey." I hope people take that and look past their misfortunes and stay optimistic about their futures. At times, the future will seem scary, and it may be full of obstacles we've yet to face, but these small steps will eventually lead us to our own greatness. Thank you, and I wish good luck to the class of 2019.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will now call our valedictorian to the podium. This student is part of a long line of Bartlett graduates, given that he is the second youngest of 10 children. He has perfect attendance for all 4 years, has served as captain of the tennis team since his sophomore year, a past member of the art club, and very active in his church as both an altar server and a religious educator. He regularly volunteers at the Bread of Life Soup Kitchen and has received the Assumption College Book Award. Please welcome our valedictorian, who will be attending Assumption College in the fall, Brian James.
Good evening, parents, faculty, administration, and fellow graduates. The first thing that I would like to do here is thank all the people who have supported me up to this point. I would never have gotten here without the love and encouragement of my parents and my siblings. They have always been there for me when I needed them most, and I know that they will always be there for me in the future. I would also like to thank all of the teachers and faculty. None of us would be standing up here right now without your support and dedication, both inside and outside of the classroom. This has been a very stressful year for everyone, as we have been preparing for the next steps after high school. We are preparing to enter the adult world, where we will have many difficult decisions to make. such as which career path we want to follow or which unlocked bathroom we want to use. These decisions can be extremely intimidating, and sometimes the choice can even seem impossible to make. We need to make choices for our lives that will help us find true happiness, not base our decisions on the expectations of others. Know that you are not alone when you are making these decisions, and that your friends and family are always behind you to support you, to help pick you up if you fall down. The only thing that I have left here to say is that I wish everyone good luck in their future endeavors. I believe that we can make a positive impact on the world if we work through the challenges that we come to face, and if we work for the benefit of others rather than just for ourselves. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2019.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I ask Mr. Sullivan to join me with Mr. James on the front stage for the presentation of their academic medals. I now direct your attention to our graduates, who will sing their class song under the direction of our choral director, Mr. Peter Carney. Thank you, Mr. Carney, for your diligent efforts in preparing our seniors to sing this evening. For those of you in the audience who are not Bartlett graduates, that is not something that they practice all year long. That's something that is pulled together in the last few days of school and through the hard work of Mr. Carney and our seniors as well. So thank you, Mr. Carney. I now call Superintendent Dr. Gogan to the podium for the presentation of the Quo Vadis Teacher Grant.
Good evening again. It's my pleasure to speak a little bit about the Quo Vadis Wanda and Anthony Sikowski grant. I want to tell you a little bit about Dr. Schlick. He just recently passed away in May, and he was one of the founding fathers of the Quo Vadis Club and the trust in Webster Dudley. He started this foundation to have a long-standing mission of supporting excellence in education through student scholarships and teacher scholarships. The Wanda and Anthony Sikowski Grant is to be awarded to a teacher of the Webster Public Schools who has consistently demonstrated devotion to the total development of youth. Dr. Schlick, I'm so sorry. Dr. Schlick. Thank you, Dr. Schlick. I hope he's laughing at me. I want to speak about some of his guiding principles before I announce who receives this award. His guiding principles have been love of family and God, dedication to strong work ethic, respect and support for education, and the primary means for children to advance economically and socially and promote themselves. And he spoke very highly about family bonds. It is a dedication that we are presenting tonight to Miss Brittany Gillenhammer.
Miss G!
I became a teacher in order to create an inclusive and positive environment where every student could feel a sense of respect and accomplishment. A studio where people cast aside the fear of failure in order to learn. A studio filled with paintbrushes and markers and support and snacks. A studio that Bob Ross would be proud to visit. What I didn't realize when I became a teacher here is that joining Bartlett is sort of like marrying into a family. An incredibly diverse and passionate family. Like any family, we disagree, we have good and bad days, we compete in back and forth Photoshop battles, and we have each other's backs. I am blessed to be a member of this Bartlett family, and being nominated alongside two teachers whom I look up to is extraordinary. Mr. Van Constantine is the most dedicated and caring teacher I've ever known. I find him to be incredibly well-spoken, whether he is making jokes, singing, or expressing serious concerns.
Hey now.
His best friend, Sean Harrington, my partner in crime, has been my mentor since day one. I am constantly impressed at the amount of extra projects he takes on, all to the benefit of the students. His commitment to expanding our program has led to countless field trips, a community empty bowls event, and the continuous generosity of the Janet Malzer Trust, which has helped to fund much of the art department's adventures and technology. I would also like to recognize Miss Lisa Fifield for adopting me into the community, being my constant confidant, and guiding me through absolutely everything, including, but not limited to, this speech. Many of the students in this year's graduating class remember my very first year teaching here, and it is surreal for me to watch them take this step. I hope they look back and remember the fruit smiles, that talks about life and how to shoot in manual mode. I hope that one day they understand the impact that they have had on me. I would like to thank the Webster Dudley Quo Vadis for this honor and opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Gillenhammer, for all the work you do to bring out the artistic talents of our students. On May 29th, at the Senior Honors Night, over 100 scholarships and awards were presented to members of the class of 2019. Combined, these awards and scholarships represent over $400,000 of local aid from the greater Webster community. This evening, we have 6 additional scholarships to present. 5 of these scholarships are based on class rank, and we could not determine this until the conclusion of senior exams. At this time, I will call these students to the podium to receive their awards. The Anthony J. Sikowski Memorial Scholarships go to the number 2, number 3, and number 4 ranking students in the class. The number 4 ranking student is Bradley Markevich. The number 3 ranking student is Shay Parker. The number 2 ranking student and class salutatorian, Kyle Sullivan. Our top ranked student receives 2 scholarships this evening. The first is the Russell Nadeau Trust Memorial Scholarship in the amount of $1,200. In addition, the class valedictorian will also receive the Quo Vadis Cyril C. Smith Scholarship in the memory of Dr. Zenon P. Schlick in the amount of $2,500. Dr. Schlick, who passed away last Thursday at the age of 92, was the last surviving member of the original 10 founding members of the Webster Dudley Quo Vadis. Both scholarships are awarded to our valedictorian, Mr. Brian James. A second scholarship, the Webster Dudley Quo Vadis Scholarship, is also given this year in memory of Dr. Zenon P. Schlick in the amount of $2,500 to Patrick Pivovatchik. On behalf of Bartlett High School and the class of 2019, we wish to thank all those who have been so generous by the way of these scholarships to our senior class. Please give a round of applause to our final scholarship recipients. So this is the part in the program where you go through and you see what was written last year, and it says principal's remarks. So hello, graduates. Imagine for a moment you were back in the 3rd or 4th grade. High school graduation is so far away because time moves slower when you were a kid. It's scientifically proven. Imagine you would have written some advice to your future self. What would you have said? Perhaps you would have said something like, always put on deodorant before doing something active, or else your armpits will stink. Perhaps you would remind yourself to brush your teeth, or else you will look like a pirate. My apologies to any pirates in the audience. Maybe you would remind yourself so you don't eat too much, or you will explode. Other advice might warn you that being addicted to using gadgets can lead to serious injury to your eyes. Maybe you would be concerned about personal hygiene and tell yourself to take more than one shower a week. I think the best advice one could give yourself is this: always be nice to others and never, ever give up. The quotes I've just read are not the advice of your principal. They are the actual words of wisdom from members of the 3rd and 4th graders at Park Avenue Elementary School. If I were to give you advice, and I will right now, because as the guy once said in the Sunscreen song, for those of you who remember it from the class of '99, because that was a song that was playing when we were in school, advice is a way of imparting nostalgia. It's giving you that piece of meandering experience that each of us picks up along the way from our failures and our successes. From those moments when we fall down and we pick ourselves up and we learn something from it, and we want to impart it to you so that you can avoid the pitfall. But unfortunately, sometimes you just have to encounter the pitfall. But if I were to give you advice, I would say that being nice to others and to never ever give up, those are two pretty important ones. Think about it. 75 years ago, it was D-Day +1. Imagine if those guys, when the boats opened up on the beaches of Normandy, imagine if they'd given up and said, ha, let's turn this around. An enemy regime torturing and murdering would have succeeded. Millions who had died would have died in vain. Imagine if they gave up. Imagine if someone like Nelson gave up. Imagine if someone like your classmates who were going to serve in the military to protect this great nation were to give up. Be nice to others. There'll be times when you're going to encounter barriers and people who want you to stay in your lane. That's when you need to break out. That's when you need to find that inner resolve, that peace. No matter how hard it is to be nice to others, continue to dedicate yourself to that. Maybe it's the golden rule, maybe it's do unto others as you expect to be done unto. Whatever it may be, find in yourself that greatness, that passion. These are the times where you need to be a doer of deeds and set out to accomplish greatness. So, the last thing I have for you is a present. So do me a favor and look under your seats. Literally taped under your seats. Because, thanks to Robin Parmley, who I called earlier this week, each of you have a lasting piece of advice from 3rd and 4th graders at Park Avenue Elementary School. Hopefully we start a new tradition in a few years when those 3rd and 4th graders graduate. They'll be seeing their own messages that they left for you, and because we photocopied them, and we're going to keep them. So hopefully you keep them. Hopefully you realize that we did this out of love, we did this out of passion, and we did this for you, much like we've done so much over the past 12 years, or for me, the past year. So, pretty awesome. At this time, though, I gotta say thank you, especially, and really dedicate the success of this year to my assistant principal, Miss Zernicke. She is a Bartlett High School alum and has done nothing but support me and to help support these students to get them where they are today. And so, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for our assistant principal, Miss Zernicke. And at this time, I call to the podium Academic Assistant Principal Rebecca Zernicke, a member of the Bartlett High School class of 1991, to read the Tradition of the Rose.
Hey now.
It's the part where I usually cry, and I'm going to try to keep it together. Within the language of flowers, the rose is used to convey messages of love, appreciation, congratulations, and friendship. The rose you will receive today extends all of these messages to you. It was also selected based on several other factors that make it particularly significant to today's ceremony. First, in a poem written in the 19th century by John Boyle O'Reilly, he states, "The red rose whispers of passion, and the white rose breathes of love. Oh, the red rose is a falcon, and the white rose is a dove." Secondly, the white rose traditionally symbolizes new beginnings and remembrance. You have a fresh start ahead of you, about to embark on a new chapter and journey of your life. Live it well and remember us, as we will remember you always. Thirdly, while the thorns on the stem represent all the trials and tribulations you will face in the life ahead of you, it is our hope that the thorns of life will be few and far between for you. If you happen to receive a thornless rose, then we hope it is a prophecy of a lifetime free of trials and tribulations, full and rich with health and happiness. It is our wish that you press this rose in your yearbook so that someday in retrospect, it will serve as a reminder of your years at Bartlett. And it will lead you to something as beautiful, sweet, and fragrant as a rose. The words of Frederick Pedersen from his poem At Parting seem most apropos at this time. "The sweetest flower that grows, I give you as we part. For you it is a rose, for me it is my heart." Congratulations to the class of 2019. I wish you all the very best.
Members of the school committee of the Webster Public Schools and all here present, I certify and attest that all members of the class of 2019 have met all necessary state and local requirements with the awarding of a Bartlett High School diploma or certificate of attainment, and I recommend them to you. At this time, I ask the class advisors, Melissa Arsenal and Rebecca Nassas, to prepare the diplomas and the class of 2019 to receive their diplomas. School Committee Chairman David Hurt, Superintendent Dr. Gogan, and Assistant Principal Rebecca Zernicke, please join me in presenting our graduates their diplomas.
Woo woo!
Mariah Corinne Boletti. John Bassam Ibsomai. Kyle Patrick Sullivan. Summer Lee Lamprey. Caitlin Elizabeth Irene Adams. Vivian Grace Adams. Tyler Michael Adolfo. Dominic Michael Algieri. Viola Neshwa Apia Dankwa. Benjamin Nicholas Akari. Aaliyah Lee Arrington. Herbert Kwame Adamako Asamoah. Alexandra Lynn Balducci. Ashley Renee Bartels. Devin K. Baton. Leah Nicole Beausoleil. Stephanie Acaleda Borsma. Shannon Irene Bombardier. Emma Teresa Bono. Alexis Paige Brunel. Zachary John Candido. Shannon Kelly Casey. At this time, I'm going to ask Mr. Brian Chenevert, member of the school committee, to come forward to hand a diploma to his daughter. Michaela Katie Chenevert. Samantha Riley Coombs. Jade Michelle Courtney. Ashley Elizabeth Quillar. Cody David DeCotterette. Jacob Allen DeCotterette. Antonio Michael DeResta.
Trailblazer. Who's that at the door now? Emily Diana DeRoja. Jacob Connor Driscoll. Katrina Elżbieta Duby. Julie Ann Dwyer. Sophie Hannah Emerson Santoro. Vangel Jergo. Mark Anthony Gonzalez.
Gloralis Gonzalez Arroyo. Dylan Thomas Gregonis. Catherine Elizabeth Griffiths. Joseph Anthony Grundell.
Hey, Joe.
Allison Beth Gremsky. Elizabeth Ann Hayward. Brian David James. Troy Antoine Johnson. Amaya Love Jones. Barry Alexander Kane. Chaiwat Compson. Zachary Thomas Crayle. Eric Edward Kunkel.
Hey now. Hey now.
Sean Robert Kunkel. Jordan Priscilla LaRue. Philip Silva Labonte. Jenna Mackenzie Lang. Zachary Tyler Legacy. Marie Layton. Maria Craver Lempicki. Nicholas Peter Madsen. Garrett Joseph Mann. Victoria Elizabeth Mann. Nicole Ann Marion. Bradley James Markevich. Savannah Barbara Marsh. Catherine Marie Martinez. Joseph Patrick McGonigal. Duncan Hector McIntyre. Anthony JDIL Medina Cruz. Brandy Patricia Mercer. Ognen Milosavljevic. Tyler Francois Nuttall. Dylan Michael Paddleford. Shay Lynn Parker. Fremont Joseph Peets IV. Natalie Perez. Cody Kenneth Petrelli. Caitlin Ann Picard. Patrick Pivovarchik. Potawarny. Leon Andre Pointe-du-Jour. Abigail Judith Catherine Poplowski. Rodell Portante.
Yo, Taven. Yo, Taven, check if this thing's dead.
Shane Dominic Renaud.
It's red? Bro, the camera's about to die.
Marina Rafit Rezic.
I don't know what to do. Yeah, I'm gonna be.
Ryan Joseph Rice.
Yo, Taven, go get Miss G. Or not Miss G. Damn.
Scott
Nah, don't
Michael
get Dave yet.
Richard. Felicity Pamela Robillard. John Tyler Sheely. Kyle Allen Sheely. Joseph Show. Romeo Giovanni Soto. Michaelin Ashley Souza. Ian Walter Spurria.
Good.
Vanessa Louise Tankus.
Yo, Taven. Go get Mr. H for me. Mr. H. Harrington, the art teacher. He's over there, next to Miss
Cole
G.
Michael Tatro.
You guys gonna leave me hanging like that? Go tell, go